Now, you may have heard of Popcorn Time from my previous videos talking about if it's safe to use or not. Go ahead and check that out on the channel if you haven't seen it. But anyways, today we're talking about the best alternatives to Popcorn Time. What other options are there out there to stream free content online like Popcorn Time? Now, one thing I do want to caution you on, I think Popcorn Time is the best, streaming kind of torrent service there is. All these alternatives, you might find that they are not as good as popcorn time. However, some people like these better. Some people prefer using these, so it's really up to you. Um, if I were you, I would prefer just to download torrents through a torrent website. Some BitTorrent clients even let you stream through the torrent clients. So if you want to just do that, I would recommend that. Of course, with other VPNs, you can also unblock Netflix content. I've done a lot of tests on the channel showing you which VPNs work with Netflix. I would recommend TorGuard VPN. I'll put a link in the description down below. A dedicated IP is a great way to unblock geo restrictions. But if you still want to watch something like Popcorn Time, depending on like where you live and stuff like that, you could do so as well. However, this video is going to be more about the alternative solutions out there that are similar to Popcorn Time. Now, first up, we're going to be talking about Stream.io. Now, this is an interesting streaming app and you can watch content on it. One thing I do want to caution you about though is when you install this app, you're going to have to really watch out for malware and adware kind of integration. So don't install anything else except StreamVO. But besides that, it's one of the most popular popcorn time alternatives. It's open source and it works as a content aggregator in a sort, so you can watch um, movies and things like that. And there are add-ons and configurations, and you could watch things to like iTunes. So some of the stuff is going to be paid, which is kind of weird, but overall it works pretty good. Now, number two on the list is going to be MovieHD. This is a good popcorn alternative for Android users. It's very similar to Popcorn Time. Um, you can stream it via Chromecast if you want to your TV or something like that, and requires a bit of a process to install it. I'll put instructions down below, um, but overall, it's a pretty decent alternative to Popcorn Time for Android. So Showbox is a good alternative as well, very similar to Movie HD. It's only going to be for Android though, so keep that in mind. I want to talk about Cinema Box for a little bit. Similar to the last two, it's going to be compatible with Android. Um, it's not compatible with iOS, so if you're looking to do that, you could do some torrenting on your iOS device. I've made a video about that if you want to check it out in the channel. I'll put a link to that down below. But anyway, Cinema Box is a pretty good app. It's easy to install, and you can get it working on your Android device with relative ease. Now, other things I want to recommend are things like Kodi. You can install add-ons like Exodus, Specto, Genesis Reborn. Kodi can be a little bit tricky to fiddle around with, but a lot of people like Kodi. So if you're looking to watch, alternative ways of streaming content online to Popcorn Time, I would recommend checking out Kodi and maybe try to figure it out and get invested. Now, lastly, I do want to recommend Powder Player. It's a cool app um, that lets you kind of just drag torrent files inside that works as a sort of media player. Now, this is a cool way to do it because you can also stream the files. So you just add the URL directly from the magnet link and watch the file that way. So that way you can actually get any file from a torrent site via the magnet link and just plug it in. So really it works as a most flexible alternative to Popcorn Time if you don't like using Popcorn Time's website or limited streaming content. Now that's really it, guys. Popcorn Time is an interesting app that lets you stream content online. Here are some of the best alternatives I've managed to find. I think Powder Player is really up there. A lot of people like Kodi, and downloading torrents and streaming them through your BitTorrent client is also another option. My name is Tom Spark. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you again next time.